if somebody came up to you on the street and was just like, yo, you want a 240? Yeah. You know what I mean? Like, you would never give that person money, ever, ever, ever. And
trust me, bro, look it up.
I'm not victim blaming. I'm just victim blaming.
That's going in.
It's meme coin. It's fucking meme coin.
Naivety gets taken advantage of. So they had engineers engineer that Chris Vector AEG because nobody's done it before.
Yeah, because it's not worth doing. The gun, that much like the MP7, should have just stayed as a gas gun.
The MP7 is cursed. Nobody really wants to put that much money into their Vector because it's a fucking Vector.
I rest my case.
Fridays, we got dates. It's gonna be gas guns only, and by gas guns we mean
Gas blowback rifles, gas blowback pistols. It has to be a legit gas gun, no HPA tapped.
yeah, like no mag inserts,
Yeah.
no nothing, no pistol with a mag insert, like just
No HPA tapped anything. It has to be running as it was intended from the factory. So by that, no WEs because they don't actually run. I'm kidding. That's a joke.
What about the Leve AR?
Remember, like, share, subscribe, hit the follow button. Like 84% of you for some reason aren't subscribed. So make sure you hit the subscribe button. Turn post notifications on too.
Do you know why? It's because it's something that actually affects people that play Airsoft when like this happens. And
Okay, let's just kick it off. Let's do it live.
hi everyone.
Hi, everyone.
Hi everyone. Welcome to another.
Would you steal my thunder? It's all I've got left, Anthony. It's all I've got left. Hi, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Zulu 24 podcast. As always, I'm joined by this guy over here and Jordan from Zulu Outdoor.
That was good.
Yeah, you don't even get.
No, that was good. That was good for a fifth attempt.
Was it only 5?
You're a
Viewers, was it 5? Unless Jordan cuts that part out.
Nah, that can stay.
That was good.
That can stay.
You know, you got to switch it up. Have some fun with it, you know?
Anthony, you got some drama-rama.
There is some drama-rama, and this only... Okay, I care about this because as an Airsoft packer, you know, I've spoken to... People have... We want M240 in Airsoft, and we want M240 to not suck. You can get M240s when they're made available. And we're all familiar with those M240s. It's like the Echo One and then the Double Eagle. It's all the same factory.
It's been Lancer the whole time.
Yeah, always has been.
Always has. You know, Lancer has a GPMG version, like the Woodstock, like original one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Seen that.
Yeah, it's on the Zulu Outdoor website.
Is it real wood?
Yeah.
So here's the problem with M240s.
They suck.
Well, all LMGs suck.
Oh, yeah.
All LMGs you buy suck. The only LMG that you can buy that truly is not really fieldable out of the box is the Crytek LMG. But is that really an LMG? Like, no, we're talking like military issued belt fed LMGs. They all suck. What makes the M240 special in its suck is that for some reason, despite being a popular model of LMG that people actually want because of its actual use and service, nobody has made an aftermarket hop-up for it.
Ever.
And that's the biggest... People have modded it to take different mags and different inserts. Bull Gear makes inserts. They make LMGs for everything under the sun. They made an LMG for the new SP Systems top-fed M249 before they made one for the 240 that's been around for like over a decade. Can you believe that shit?
I can, but also at the same time, like, come on, man. Like, the 240 has been around for so long. Why does no one do it? If anyone was, it should have been Bull Gear.
And it's also like speaking from the real thing, I don't give a shit 240s in the Airsoft world. Who cares? But
they're drippy.
They are. And like in the military, the 240 is like the workhorse. Like if somebody was like, hey, end of the world tomorrow, you get your pick between a SAW, a 240, and a 50. I'm taking the 240. Like it's the best general purpose machine gun ever.
Everyone I've spoken to, they're like 240.
Yeah.
And when I say anyone I've spoken to, like they're active duty or they've deployed or they've done some shit. They're like, yeah, the 240. So it's a popular gun choice. The way like people prefer the AK for its robustness. Like the 240 it's a fan favorite.
Yeah.
Amongst people that actually use them to kill people.
It's got like an absurd range on it. Like it fires a bigger bullet. Like even didn't the SEALs tried to make a SAW that shot 7.62?
Yeah, the Mark 48.
There you go. Yep. Like they even tried to adapt it to that.
And in Airsoft, they have a Mark 48. And Bull Gear made a hop-up for the Mark 48s made by Lambda Defense. And speaking of Lambda Defense and 240s, it kind of segues into this. So I will say regarding the 240 hop up thing, there is, I was looped in to the fact that there's
a company making one.
There's a company working on making a hop up for the 240. So I don't know how soon anything will develop with that, but that is a thing. We're eventually heading towards having 240s in Airsoft and having them be viable.
Well, they're already viable. They just don't have the best hop up in the world. And I know you don't like that.
My definition of viable is different, and that's okay. I'm biased. I like to do the chef's kiss. So if anybody's ever heard of Dave's Custom Airsoft, not this Dave.
No.
Which, not to be mistaken for Dave's Custom Night Vision, which is actually a pretty good night vision company.
Yep. Also not this Dave. Yep.
Okay, so I've got something to tell you both.
Because on one hand,
So I started
fucked
2
over
hours.
I haven't been completely honest with you guys up until this point.
I thought you'd figured it out with the name, you know.
So yeah, Dave and Buster's, not this Dave.
Names.
So Dave's Custom Airsoft put out pre-orders for a 240 that they'd be making, which appeared to be like finally a 240 made from a different OEM that was made by a tech, essentially. Like Dave's Custom Airsoft, they do tech work. They're out in Europe, I think. And it was looking pretty promising. Like this was going to be a nice steel-bodied, not pot metal, Chinesium, different 240. Of course, it wasn't done yet, so they wanted to do crowdfunding to fund it. And if the Flak 10 shotgun taught me anything,
Oh, dude.
it's that crowdfunding for a unfinished product can completely bankrupt the company. It's different if there's a pre-order for a product that exists already, and they already know how to make it. They already know that it works. They already have the logistical capabilities to do customer support and repairing units and doing all that stuff. That's fine, right? Like if Polar Star went out of their fusion engines and then they just put it on pre-order, like it's not risky for you to spend money to pre-order it to get it made. That's not a risk. But for a completely undeveloped product, it usually is, because when a product gets developed, it's always a loss for the company making it for the first couple of batches, because production costs to make initial prototypes and to do all the testing, it always just exceeds, what the gross revenue is for selling the first actual batches. So when the money that you're relying on to develop it is simply selling the soon-to-be product at retail cost, you are just going to run out of money. Mathematically, like you're just not good. You'd have to charge everybody way more money for that first unit. And a lot of these companies do crowdfunding because they just don't have the capital to front all of it for the actual production cost. So it's just like a pipe dream. So Dave's Custom did this crowdfunding thing, and I talked a couple people out of it. I talked a couple people into actually getting a refund before it was too late. And I'm really glad that they did, and I'm sure they're glad that they did at this point. So this is a post from Dave's Custom Airsoft. It says, scam alert. Dave's Custom Airsoft was working with a different company to do the manufacturing, so I'm just going to read it. Dave's Custom Airsoft Ltd. are appealing for help and support from the international airsoft community, including fellow businesses, media, and airsoft players with relation to fraudulent activity. As many of you will know, we entered into a contract with Lambda Defense, the director of which also owns Raptor and several other airsoft brands. Now, Lambda Defense, they've made LMGs that hit the market, and they're actually pretty good. They made the Mark 48. Internally, they're like ANKs, but
Well, they are an A&K gearbox.
yeah, externally though, dude, they are hefty.
Yeah,
they're not
Paying
Chinesium.
twice the amount for a twice as heavy gun. That's what it is.
Yep, and I've built some Lambda defenses, and they're nice. They're good replicas externally.
Your definition of good and mine are two different things.
Some people like lighter guns, whatever. But if you want something really realistic, it's really cool. So they said, continuing reading this, unfortunately, despite many promises being made over 3 years ago, Lambda Defense failed to provide the products that were contractually agreed and has only provided a single sub-quality sample. They have refused to refund our initial investment of $53,000 despite multiple legal warnings from us that this were required. In the past months, DCA, Dave's Custom Airsoft, have initiated legal action against Lambda Defense. However, we've been informed by the court in Taiwan that the company has been liquidated with funds owed to multiple other airsoft companies also.
That's never a good sign, dude.
Oh, that's a pretty sneaky way to hide all the money.
Yeah, dude. That
Can't sue me. No longer in business. Now it's
you're
Lambda
suing
Airsoft.
Yeah, you're suing Lambda. Unfortunately, they went out of business yesterday. So good luck.
It's like airsoft entrepreneurs watched Wolf of Wall Street, and then that was it.
Oh, that's dude.
Assets have no doubt simply been moved to the Raptor brand in a fraudulent attempt to steal funds from various companies.
No, that's not stealing. That's called they just played you like a deck of cards.
Now, again, what I'm reading is DCA's claims on the matter via an Instagram post. He said DCA will continue to pursue the director of the late Lambda Defense and Raptor personally in an attempt to recover the stolen funds. However, there are no guarantees. We are once again asking you to donate money. We kindly appeal for any and all help and support that the kind airsoft industry may be able to offer us in any way. It is vital to me personally that we ensure that the director of the late Lambda Defense Raptor is no longer able to operate within the airsoft industry and that no further fraudulent business activities are enabled. Best way to do that, guys, is to just not give money to that company.
You vote with your wallets, right?
Yeah.
And did he ask for money, or like read the part? Because I know you made the joke of Bernie Sanders but he didn't actually ask for money.
So I'll keep reading, and then it seems kind of implicit, but
Yeah.
of course, as a highly reputable company, we stand by our customers no matter what, and we will ensure all customers are issued with store credit, refunds, or alternative goods to satisfy any amounts paid to us in good faith. So I think that little section is them referring to the money that was paid for the pre-order.
Yeah.
So I think that's that. Like they're basically saying that they are going to give store credit, refunds, or alternative goods to people that paid for the 240 that never happened.
Sure.
Which they should do.
I guess according to him, they're not the one in the community right now, but
Yeah, but the guy that
but
paid
again,
DCA, their good faith was with DCA, not with.
Yeah, it's
Raptor,
much like when you've
never invested in the stock market, have you? Like I can.
Yeah, but again, we've said this time and time again. If a bad airsoft game gets run at Zulu, or someone has bad experiences with someone else working on their gun at Zulu, they don't say, "Oh, this person my gun up," or they say, "Oh, this event was bad." They say, "Oh, I had a bad time at Zulu," or "The tech at Zulu me over."
Zulu in this case is Raptor. Dave's Custom is you.
No, I'd say Dave's Custom is you.
Yeah.
People are basically paying at the Zulu register to play an event that some outside producer is doing, but then they didn't deliver the 240.
All right.
So
That would be like me paying to play AMS at Zulu. And then AMS not showing up Friday morning and you saying, "Oh, sorry guys, normal open play now. You're $185 was to AMS, not to me."
It would still be up to AMS.
Yeah, but that's why
here's
I'm saying
$150 worth of dead rags and
why
t-shirts.
would, why the fuck would I do that?
Dave's Custom
It's not my
Airsoft is the brick and
responsibility.
mortar. Zulu is the brick and mortar store. They were working with an outside company to make this product for their customers.
Yeah, and that outside company needs to reimburse.
Right. But to those players that all got over, they gave their money to
Hey,
Dave.
those players.
Outside company has to reimburse DCA.
Yes.
DCA has to reimburse their
the,
customers.
the outside. Well, yeah, the outside
We're talking
customer
in
needs,
circles, but yes.
needs to understand that what they bought into was the
an idea.
riskiest shit in the whole fucking world.
Yeah.
Which Anthony did a great job of describing at the beginning. Like,
They bought into an idea, not into a
you're
product.
gambling, brother.
Yeah.
Like that's. Hey, give me money. I got this great idea.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Hear me out.
I've got some beachfront property in Arizona.
yeah.
Like, come
There
on.
might
now.
be a lake. There might be a lake in Arizona. Yeah, dude, like if somebody came up to you on the street, it was just like, "Yo, you want a 240?" You know what I mean? Like you would never give that person money, ever, ever, ever. And here's
Trust me, bro. Look it up.
yeah, right? Like, like wouldn't it be awesome if there was a 240 that didn't suck? I can do that.
Yeah.
You just give me $53,000. Yeah, no problem.
Have you ever thought of multiple streams of income?
Like, so I'm not blaming the player. Like we all kind of live in a fantastical world anyway, right?
Yeah.
So, like, I'm sure it was sold to them in a way that was just like, no, this is great. But on Dave's Customs, I think that if he did take money, there has to be a disclaimer somewhere that's like, hey, this product doesn't exist yet. This may go sideways. Like, we may spend double what you give and still not come up with a solution for it. It may take 10 years. You know what I mean? Like, I would not put my money into that. I just wouldn't.
I have a thought on that.
I'm not victim blaming. I'm just victim blaming.
There's a jadedness that comes when
That's going in.
It's meme coin. It's fucking meme coin.
naivety gets taken advantage of. So we think of airsoft as this fun thing. It's this community thing. And it's like everybody wants a 240, right? So why would Lambda Defense fuck me over if we want to make it to market? They get to make a cool gun.
Because they probably spent all that money on the other they made in the last 2 years.
They were like, you know what? I didn't get my money back from the Flak 10, but this one feels right.
What you learn is as you get closer and closer to big airsoft and you get closer to the overseas manufacturing side of things, you learn that it's not about the love of the game at that level. It really is down to money and really convoluted litigation because of all the borders and
Like
oceans.
international law and all sorts of shit.
Yeah. And so there's a lot of ability to get away with like that. So when you look at companies like, honestly, Lancer Tactical, Elite Force, Umarex, like these licensing companies actually, they really do bear the brunt of that international litigation.
Yeah.
And we might shame them for putting products out, but like it is not an easy thing to deal with overseas manufacturers to make a consistent product.
Yeah, but
it doesn't make it right.
No, it's not right. But it is inherently risky, and that's where this is where I put the blame on Dave's Customs, right? Like, unless they did do this, in which case absolved, right? And I don't know because I didn't see whatever the post was to donate money or whatever like I didn't see the contract or whatever. Like, for me giving up my money, or hopefully in that contract it said this is a gamble. This is not a guarantee. Like you may lose your money. This is the stock market. Like
$53,000. How many of these did they pre-order?
I can ask one of the guys that pre-ordered how much their pre-order cost.
Look, $1,500 probably, right?
I was thinking that it might have been around 50 of them because they would probably be $1,000 a gun.
Maybe. I mean, 1,000.
Which again leads me back to a previous statement that in the airsoft industry, things usually work in 500 or 1,000 or 2,500.
Yeah.
50 guns is not enough to make a company go, we'll stop everything we're doing and do that right now.
No, of course.
Yeah.
Like, look at Arcturus. Their limited edition run of the PP19 was 500 units.
Yeah.
I know another company that recently had like a QC issue with some guns. It was 4,000.
Oof.
It wasn't 50. So because of that, why would, and I'm not trying to defend Lambda here, but it's the same thing we talk about with Cry. You can go to Cry and have them make a pair of G3s or G4s in any pattern you want.
Yeah.
But it's going to cost you $500 to $600 per pair of pants because they have to stop their manufacturing, change out the material, start it back up, make your 10 pairs of pants, stop it, replace all the material and go back. So they have to account for the loss of time and the loss of, manpower there just to do the switching and make you your custom pair.
Dude, I bet in that specific case, I bet the switching of the material takes 40 minutes.
Probably.
And I bet the printing of the actual pants is like 5 seconds.
Maybe. We can go ask them. I mean, they're down in Brooklyn, but that's why.
No, we just ask.
Yeah.
He knows them.
But because of that, I'm keeping that. I did meet KO Cry once, but that's a whole different story.
He made my plate carrier, I think.
No. He was friends with my friend's dad. But what was I getting at? Oh, 50 guns. Like if they were charging $1,000 for these mythical 240s, that's 50 guns. That means that.
Hey, if you pre-ordered, put it down in the comments.
Yeah, I want to know how much you pre-ordered for.
My guess is 1,500.
Yep. There's one more little thing here. So, as director of DCA, I personally deeply apologize to our customers who have supported us on this project, only to be so utterly let down by the company director of Lambda Defense and Raptor, who in hindsight clearly entered into this project with the expressed intention of actively defrauding us and our customers as well as others in the airsoft industry. Thank you for understanding, Dave. I wonder what he means when he says in hindsight that
there was just a ton of red flags.
They had expressed intention of actively defraud. Were they rubbing their hands together like Birdman while they were like making the deal?
Yes,
yes, we'll make your M240. Yeah. Like they're on a phone call. They have evil laughter.
Yeah. Like, what the
Thank you for the $53,000.
Okay, bye. Yeah, I don't know. That stop crowdfunding. All right. stop crowdfunding. If you have an idea, first come up with a plan that'll reduce your costs. And by come up with a plan, I mean figure it out to the bolts.
And pre-ordering an existing thing is not the same as crowdfunding.
No. I mean, you're talking because you're relying on the crowdfunding to not only pay for raw materials, labor, but also R&D. How many fucking that $53,000 might have been 12 fucking 240s that were just scrapped because they needed to do design change.
That 53,000 could have been the one 240 sample that he got that was subpar.
Yeah, it could have been actually. Yeah.
Like, okay, or
actually, yeah.
So, all right, is there stamped metal? All right, if there's stamped metal, you think like, oh, he's just stamping metal. That's cheap.
Did your buzzer just go off?
Maybe making the molds, the templates, the forms, so that you could stamp the metal precisely. You're not really going to get that on the first trial.
Honestly,
if there's injection molded components at all, the making a mold for injection molding is super expensive.
It's more than that 53,000. Like,
yeah, maybe less than that if it's overseas, but still, in the tens of thousands just to make a mold for one of the injection molded part. And on M240, it's definitely the stock. There's definitely the carry handle, right? The grip, the heat shield. If there's a heat shield on it, those molds are super expensive to make. They have to be so precisely CNC machined.
I mean, they should already exist though.
If they exist,
somebody's got them.
Right, but how do you get them? Whoever has got them is probably using them.
Yeah, like I don't know, FN.
Yeah.
What would FN sell it? You know what I mean? So, what would they sell it for?
They probably would.
Let me check the beeper really quick, and then I'll go on to Lambda Defense's response to this.
Bum bum bum.
They probably would sell the molds though, just because they already license out their entire product line for Airsoft.
Yeah, or they would just manufacture them for them or whatever. I don't know. I don't know enough about it.
Well, in that case, like there's no real firearms manufacturer for the majority of it that actually manufactures their Airsoft products. Like SIG has SIG Air.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like the molds for the buttstock, the pistol, the heat shield, they probably all exist already. They just need to pay a licensing fee or whatever the fuck to use somebody else's factory to do it. I mean, like, I don't know. I don't know what the breakdown of that money was, but
SIG went on its like high horse 2-3, maybe it might have been 4 years ago.
False alarm.
Because of the whole. At that point in time, everyone knew that the SIG branded airsoft guns were just trash.
Oh,
and they were like, "We're taking back over. We're separating from Cybergun, and we're doing SIG Air." And you're like, "Oh, this is cool." Like maybe they're like, "We're going to have a more direct line on the manufacturing, so we're going to directly oversee what's being made with our branding for airsoft. That way, we can get you guys a better, higher quality product." And then they dropped the ball. The MCXs have barrel wobbles. The M17 shoots 450 FPS out of the box. The M18 shoots full auto. The plastic MPX is trash.
Nice.
It sucked. No airsoft, excuse me, no real firearms manufacturer actually deals with the airsoft products.
Because why would they? Like, honestly, why would they?
Most of it's just a royalty fee.
Yeah, like just charge the licensing fee and fucking move on.
Like they're either charging a flat fee per year to the company like Oleforce or Cybergun, or they're charging a per unit price. So it's like if you sell 100 Glocks, you owe us this amount of money per gun.
Yeah, like do you really think that Glock or SIG or fucking FN give a shit about the airsoft community? Like
you ever thought about diversifying your income revenue?
Yeah, exactly. They do the licensing fee. They don't give a fuck about because whoever's coming to them.
Do you dream of financial freedom?
Yeah, like whoever's coming to them is like, hey, I'm gonna build 1,000 units or whatever the fuck, right? And this is what it's gonna look for you in the long run, whatever fuck. And then as airsoft consumers, we're all trained the same way, and the industry has trained this way. You buy a gun for the way that it looks on the outside, and then you gut the inside and fucking upgrade it. Like, because there's like a handful of guns that are like decent.
Yeah. And that's also why you see companies like SEMA and Lancer that they make one good internal set, and then it's in all their fucking guns. Yeah. Gen 3s and Gen 4s, same internals. All the SEMA Platinum M4s, the EMG ones, all the Helios EMG guns. If it's a SEMA Platinum, they all have the same gearbox because it's way easier to just streamline that and then make it cool. Just make 50 different versions. Somebody's going to buy one.
Look at VFC products. They're AEGs. It's all the same shitty gearbox.
VFCs are more in line with what Dave was talking about there, where it's a shitty fucking gearbox.
It's a shitty gearbox, but there's companies like VFC, GMP, Crytek, right? Where like the brand is the manufacturer. Yep. VFC makes their receivers, and that's fucking awesome. And then there's like a Lancer Tactical, where Lancer Tactical has factories that are OEMing stuff for them, and then A&K.
Oh, that depends on the line, but go on.
But like, like A&K, JG, D.
Yeah, but those are all different spec. Like I can't take a D-Boys upper receiver and put it on a Lancer.
They're different spec, but like D-Boys isn't the factory. D-Boys is the brand that has some factory making it, VFC, GMP, Crytek, like they are the brand and the manufacturer. That's where you see like the unique spec with those
sure about
and
that?
Good quality.
Are we sure about that with Crytek though?
Maybe not with Crytek.
Because Crytek is owned by Chris Firearms.
Yeah, maybe with Crytek it's different. I guess the reason why I probably believe that is because they do enough unique things.
They
like,
do, but
there's not some company in China or Taiwan making Chris Vectors. So when Crytek comes out with the Chris Vector, they had engineers engineer that Chris Vector AEG because nobody's done it before.
Yeah, because it's not worth doing. How many times have we seen one break and then we realize it's a nightmare to work on? It's the same thing with the fucking AEG MP7. I'm sorry, VFC. Fucking trash.
The Vector's not that awful, but you have to really... Look, it's pretty much the same as any other AEG as far as like you buy it, something's going to break, you're going to upgrade it. It's doing
the pivoting nozzle and cylinder.
When all is said and done and you get a really nice spruced up Vector with like an ETU in it and a brushless motor and you do all that, it's still going to be upwards of like $1,000 to $2,000 depending on what goes in it.
That's a gun that, much like the MP7, should have just stayed as a gas gun.
The MP7 is cursed.
Yeah.
Truly.
Yep.
But the Vector, the issue with the Vector is that nobody really wants to put that much money into their Vector because it's a fucking Vector.
I rest my fucking case.
Like
it's like the Galil.
The Galil is cool, and the Galil on paper really is simple because it's essentially just an AK internally.
It's a different right there.
It's a different.
It's just an AK.
Yeah, it's a different decorated.
I'm just saying nobody wants to put money into the Galil because it's a Galil.
If they made an Ace 53 variant, like the modern one, maybe you'd entertain me.
Yeah.
The old school one, like I understand vibes, retro in the same way that the carry handle. You just like things from the 60s, don't you? Carry handles, Galils.
Gross.
Yeah. Bottle openers.
Guns that still have bayonet mounts.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got me. I like this stuff from the 60s.
Yeah, I see it. You're bringing the fucking 60s porn stash back. Like this
It
is
makes
all.
sense,
This is
dude.
all
I'm
making
blushing.
sense.
Stop it.
When he plays Armor Reforger, he wants to play like the base game.
No.
Gross.
It's like, what is this Cold War bullshit?
Yeah.
Tom and I spent 2.5 hours behind the enemy team's line last night, absolutely demolishing them.
Thanks for the fucking invite.
We were in the Zulu Discord,
Bunch of
and I told you we were playing.
I was gonna play. I had that awesome dinner my wife made me.
Yeah.
And I was like, I was gonna lay down for a minute, honey. And I passed the fuck out.
Yeah, well, we became such a nuisance behind their lines that I was like, Tom, that sounds like an engine. And he's like, yeah, something's rolling up. He's like, oh, I think it's just like a technical, like a Logi. And I'm like, I see a barrel.
This is a BTR?
No, it was a fucking T14.
Oh, nice.
And I'm like, that has thermal. We need to leave. It's like, we're in danger. Because they got really mad of us. Like, we were the most far west unit out of our entire team, and it's just the two of us. And we're like, this is fun because we're just sniping them in their fucking spawn tent.
Nice.
So they sent a T14. And we're like, yeah, no.
I mean, when you got a problem.
It's time to leave. I'm in danger.
Okay. So Lambda Defense's official statement. It's funny that a liquidated, discontinued company is putting a statement out.
It still has an active Facebook page because I know all of this was via Facebook.
Yeah. So
that's the problem. The airsoft community is 10 years behind. We're just still using Facebook.
No, the problem is that they're putting it out, in public.
Yeah, I know.
Like this should all be happening behind closed doors.
Yeah, don't air your dirty laundry.
Yeah, dude. It just makes everybody look like trash.
Oh, yeah, well, your father cheated.
Yeah. Right.
So, all right. Lambda Defense is aware of the statement published by Dave's Custom Airsoft Ltd. We strongly dispute the allegations presented. I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
I did, in fact, have an inappropriate relationship with Dave Cousins there.
I did not inhale. The situation described is neither complete nor accurately reflects the facts or the contractual relationship between the parties. Over the course of this project, there were differing interpretations between the parties regarding development timelines, deliverables, and project milestones. Lambda Defense has continuously invested resources and funding into the development, providing multiple stages of progress, revisions, and deliverables. We would also like to clarify that the sample provided was manufactured through full steel CNC machining.
Oh, that's expensive.
Representing a substantial investment in both cost and engineering effort. At the time of delivery, the counterparty expressed satisfaction with the machining quality and level of detail. It is therefore inconsistent to later characterize the same sample as being of poor quality. However, while the project remained ongoing and significant resources had already been committed, the counterparty unilaterally altered the pace of cooperation and raised demands relating to funding, which materially impacted the progression of the project. Such actions are not consistent with standard practices in long-term product development. We acknowledge that delays occurred during the development process and regret any inconvenience caused. In response, we've been committed to addressing the situation through structured and phased solutions, including staged refunds where appropriate, rather than actions that could abruptly disrupt the project's continuity. Delays and adjustments are not uncommon in complex development projects. Any characterization of non-delivery or fraudulent intent is misleading and does not reflect the full scope of miscommunications and agreements between the parties. Regarding the claim of liquidation, the structure and status of the entities involved have been inaccurately represented. Any transfer or allocation of assets has been conducted within applicable legal frameworks and does not constitute wrongdoing. The company is currently reviewing the matter with legal counsel. We remain committed to resolving the matter in a reasonable and constructive manner while reserving all rights to take appropriate legal action if necessary.
So we did move some shit around, but we did it legally, dude.
Yeah.
And the timing may have been convenient, but
Well, from what I'm understanding there is that he said there were multiple product samples. So there's a few of these 240s. Dave's Custom Night Vision, or Dave's Custom Airsoft. Can we get a 240?
Yeah, dude. Like,
I want to see it to see if it was fully CNC'd.
I want to see it just to see if it sucks.
If it's not fully CNC'd, then that's a big hole. And because fully CNCing that doesn't make sense.
Even if there's no gearbox, we could put a chicken in it. I mean, put a Polar Star in it.
But like how this reads is basically somebody, and I don't know who it was. I don't know if it was them or Dave's Customs or whatever, did not do the fucking research into product development. And they were just like, oh,
I give you money and you give me thing.
Yeah, right?
Nah, that's not how that works, dude.
Like, there's so many fucking variables, dude.
I know that seems like a logical progression of like, Lambda, I give you money. You make this product for me. That's a straight line. The way this actually works is like the most curvy back road of the California coast. Like,
well, not only that, but like, has anybody fully CNC'd out of with steel a fucking
Probably
a 240 receiver, like besides FN?
I don't even think they're CNC steeled.
I don't know. Like, no, they're like riveted.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
So
If you're trying to make the most realistic airsoft gun, why was it CNC'd?
Yeah, exactly. I want it to be heavy as fuck. All right.
Yeah, insert the Lambda Mark 48.
Like, so what's the name of this company again? I can't remember.
Dave's Custom Airsoft.
No, the other one.
Lambda,
right? So Lambda has to start from basically a block of fucking steel and then, write it in to make the thing do the thing, which they've never done before.
And they're in Taiwan, so it's not like they have a 240 to just sit there with a pair of calipers and be like, let's do this.
Right? Like, I mean, maybe they do. Maybe not Lambda, but, But anyway, like, there's so many variables to that, dude. And then to CNC it in a way that's not like the real gun, but to fit whatever gearbox shell or whatever the fuck you're trying to put into it. Like you're talking years and years and years of fucking figuring that shit out because you need an engineer to really look at it. And I mean, just
would have been easier.
The amount of money necessary for that's going to be to like the $500,000 range. You know what I mean? Not 50,000. Like, it's going to be a fuck ton of money, dude.
Just to make 1,000 units.
And that's just the
Not
body.
even just to figure out if it fucking works.
Well, this is why the Mark 38s all come with fucking A&K gearboxes, because they spent all the time and research into the fucking body.
Yeah, they're like, we can just get some fucking A&K gearboxes.
Yeah, you're going to rip it apart anyway and put a Polar Star in it, or have some tech do some wizardry to it and make it an AEG that doesn't suck. Plot twist, they still suck.
Why don't they just sell the body and fuck the gearbox?
No, because then it's not a complete gun, and no one's going to want to justify a $1,000 gun if they can't immediately shoot it.
All right. I guess, but it shoots like shit. Oh, whatever.
Well, yeah, I know.
Whatever. But like,
Look, I love teching on guns, but even I don't fuck gearboxes, dude.
yeah, like, dude. But what I see here and what is just a massive lack of fucking understanding or lack of research into the actual manufacturing of a product that doesn't fucking exist yet.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I mean, we have dipped our toes into that fucking arena, and I can already see like
What they did
sourcing material, like all that shit. Like it's fucking a lot.
and I'm not trying to, again, victim blame, but this is going to be a little bit of victim blaming. For Dave's Custom Airsoft, like, this is negligence on their part, like gross amounts of negligence, because you didn't think like, oh, this could go sideways. Maybe.
It depends. It depends how they worded whatever.
Can we use the Wayback Machine and go look at their website?
I mean, might be able to, but it depends on how they worded whatever document that somebody clicked to give them money.
I can appreciate the effort to try to bring a really nice 240 to the market.
Sure.
I can too.
It's when wishful thinking meets the crushing reality of business.
But it's like, did anybody ask the question, why isn't there a full CNC fucking 240 on the market?
I'm not even so caught up on the full CNC thing.
Well, that represents a huge amount of the cost.
It might have been cheaper to CNC a sample production. No.
yeah, no.
They should have 3D printed. They should have 3D printed the samples and then use that as a baseline.
Yeah. Or clay or whatever. Like
yeah.
How do they make new cars? Do they build a whole ass car out of fucking clay, dude?
Dude, the first
They
fucking
put it in a wind tunnel.
the first AK-50 was made out of a fucking tube.
Yeah.
It was a square tube pipe. That was the receiver.
Right? So it's somebody, I don't know if it was Dave's, I don't know if it was Lambda's, I don't know. Somebody grossly overestimated their capabilities and underestimated the physical cost of doing the research. And that sucks. And a bunch of people put their money in, and you know, we can say what we want about them, but you know, they were believers.
Man, this is the part of Airsoft where I almost get jealous of Europe. So Dave's Custom Airsoft is based in Europe. I'm trying to see if I can use the Wayback Machine to go on their website. The fact that they don't have to deal with any of the bullshit licensing and trademark infringement shit that we have to deal with in the U.S., like right on their website, they're just like front page. By the way, we have the repros of the Knights Armament cans for the KS1s. By the way, we sell them repro Aimpoint Acros and Vortex fucking LPVOs. Bro, I wish. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, you get all up in your high horse about hop-ups and buckings and barrels. I want to make people's guns look fucking dope. Your gun in Arma, I want you to walk out of here with it. And I have to fight hand over fist just to get an optic that kind of looks like a T1. And if Aimpoint sees, I'm probably going to get in fucking trouble. Like, that's bullshit. Like, come on. Oh. Europe Airsoft just has the better fucking options for that.
You win some, you lose some.
No,
Yeah,
that's
right.
that's the lose some.
Agreed.
Oh, dude.
But I don't know. It's gambling. And so, honestly, if I put money into that, I'd be like, well, that sucks.
Yeah, like I would take one of the double eagle ones
Yeah.
and just upgrade it.
I can get you a Lancer one.
What's the one I used to have? What the fuck was that one?
You had an A&K 249.
Made by double eagle.
No. I had a 240.
Oh, the one that came on the Jeep?
Yeah.
The Echo
That-
one.
Remember I
That was
bought a
the Echo
gun?
one.
It's OEM by double eagle.
Yeah,
Same
I
thing.
got a.
Lancer,
I bought a
Same, but different.
Bought a 240 and got
But
a free
still
Jeep.
same.
but still.
Somebody Polar started. It was all right. It only operated at like extremely high pressure.
That's because it was a jack. That's literally because it was a jack.
It
No
sucked.
offense to Polar Star here. The jack is only meant to run at like a bare minimum of 100 PSI.
Oh yeah, dude, it sucked.
I don't like
The jack.
the jack. People say put a jack in it, and jack in it is just like a very funny play out of words.
Because you're going to have to jack up your PSI to get it to run right.
Yeah, I'm just jacking it. I'm just jacking it.
I'm sorry, Polar Star.
People that just put jacks in things, they're just jacking it. Stop jacking it. Repent. Get an F2.
Jesus.
Yeah, like they can just openly on their website sell fucking ACOG repros, trademarks and all. Like, come on.
Fucking Levin's 416 NGRS. I don't know what happened on its way to the US, but they laser etched off all the HK trademarks on it. And they left these like
it's just blank.
Shiny rectangular.
Dude, that's a job. Like somebody's job at customs is to like open these boxes and bust out their laser tattoo remover.
I don't know if it was customs or if it was the place he bought it from. When they ship to the US, they have to etch it off.
Yeah. I'm just saying like that's somebody's work day. It's just like, I'm going to ruin somebody's fun.
That's like being the guy at the gun buyback program that destroys the guns.
Yeah, I know. I sawed it in half. Here you go. I made an SBR like he told me to.
Ruby Ridge would like to talk to you.
Yeah. Who's that congresswoman or man? I can't remember. Who literally filmed himself. I can't remember. Cutting the barrel in half.
Oh, yes.
Just made an SBR.
Yes.
Yeah. Or the ATF agent that couldn't properly disassemble a Glock.
He should be fired and ridiculed and forced to work in the post office.
Because like the ATF is a law enforcement agency.
Yeah.
Like they get issued Glocks.
Never mind. This is going to get way down a further rabbit hole, but that's up there with like the Fifth Circuit Court judge that was just like, all right, let's talk about it. And he like films a video in his office at the courthouse.
Like,
and he just like grabs a shopping bag, puts it on the counter. And it turns out this is all filled with his personal handguns. He's like, let's talk about why all of this is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that guy.
Love that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was this over the FaceTime or whatever? And he got like they gave him shit for where he was aiming the gun. He's like, I'm in my own fucking house.
Yeah.
He's like, don't tell me what to do with my gun in my house.
Normie to apologize for flagging the camera. He just took his dick out and asserted it and was like, who cares?
Yeah.
Speaking of which, that wasn't me. I saw the comment.
Somebody found it.
No, they got the wrong kid.
No, that's you.
It's the wrong kid.
That's you.
It's not me, bro.
Anthony got doxxed.
It's
It
not
was
me,
like
dog.
the same night. Like the podcast went live and that night someone
it's
was
quick.
like, this is it.
The internet is undefeated.
I love. He's a wee little shitter.
Oh, wee little shit.
I hope he's British.
That too. So I fell down a rabbit hole and it's Airsoft. But the convenience of like gas gun prevalence in the UK. That's how I'm going to go about this. I found this dude, which is also oddly weird because Kicking Mustang ended up recommending his YouTube channel to us. And I'd already been watching this dude's videos for like a week or two.
Yeah.
And it was simply because, can the L85 by WeTech not suck? And I was like,
The L85 can't not suck.
Yeah.
well,
Period. HK can rebuild it, and it still will not suck.
I secretly like the L85. Like you like your fucking Galil, but not on the same level. I hate WeTech. So when I saw this video and he was like, can we make the L85 not suck? I'm like, I'm down. I want to entertain this. The fact that he could just order same day delivery for airsoft parts for gas guns, I'm like, I fucking wish. But this dude's in Europe.
Yeah.
He's in England. And I'm like, you got a crazy jet barrel, buckings, specific parts to a Wii L85 delivered to your door within a day. Bro, I wish. Fucking would. And turns out you can make the L85 not suck, but it still has to use WEM4 mags, so it still sucks. The gun can be fine. The mags are still trash.
The only time the L85 is appropriate is if you are British kit from head to toe.
He was doing that.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, he
Like,
was doing that.
If we get 9 people to go to MSW and we're all wearing if we all dress up like the Royal Guard, is that NATO kit?
Is that
they
stolen valor for doing the dress uniform?
Like the fuzzy hat, the red coat.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
L85 on horseback. Get 9 guys to do it.
Sue sat in a
on
bayonet.
horseback. Josh Warren's just like, fuck.
It's not a vehicle. There's no motor.
The next squad over is all Class A uniforms. Like Navy Class A uniforms.
But he was doing it right. He did like the L85 A4, so like the quad rail handguard, ACOG. Like he did it. It looked good.
Who had it at when we filmed? Was that Talon?
Yeah, it was Talon. He had the new G&G one.
Yeah, how's that one?
It's okay.
That's an A&G, right?
That's an AG.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay.
It felt okay.
His was a pre-production sample, so he was trying to run an 11.1 and it was causing it to double cycle on semi.
Oh, okay.
From everything I've seen, the actual released models don't have that issue.
Gway and Gway.
Yeah.
G and G. Gway and Gway.
I saw a question on last week's episode, and I think we should talk about it here.
Uh-oh.
Question. This is probably for Crossroads. Last episode
We talked about Crossroads, which, by the way, Crossroads tickets are live. Zulu24.square.site.
Oh, yeah.
Join Multicam and defeat Imperial Red Brian once again.
Also, side note, when I say tickets are going to go on sale on Monday.
No. Don't.
What?
Don't tell them the magic.
It's not magic.
Don't tell them.
I can't automate it.
Sure you can.
What? Get up at midnight and fucking put the tickets up. They're usually for sale like fucking at least 8 hours beforehand.
Yeah.
Because I like to sleep.
Some players figured it out.
Yeah. Question for gas blowbacks. Would I be able to re-gas in the
Oh, I did
field?
see that. I was contemplating that.
Not reload BBs, just top off. I think it's fine.
I also think it's fine. The only issue is this is the same question that Bo got at AMSX, where someone was like, "Can I download the BBs that are in this one mag to top off my other mags?"
Kind.
Because, well, there's a realistic expectation of a doubt where the player sees him coming around the corner and he's just got a can of green gas like this. He's filling his mag. What's to say he doesn't immediately go, "Oh, he was loading his mags on the field"? So that's the problem.
Because we answer the question.
But I still think that I'm totally okay with it.
Yeah, I'm okay with it.
I don't have an issue.
Because that's like, they're so temperamental, dude. Like,
Yeah.
granted, June 20th, it's going to be pretty.
Well, also this beckons back to, if you're a gas gun user, do your fucking maintenance. Make sure your mags don't leak. Actually make sure they're good to go before the game, because if that's the case, you shouldn't have to. Because even then, if you're going back to the fob to reload BBs in your mag, take your fucking green gas or your MAP gas or your propane and top off your mag. You can do that. It's not going to fuck them up. So if your mag is running out of gas before your BB load is, you have leaky mags. Do your maintenance.
Do your maintenance.
Yeah, do your maintenance.
Clean your fucking barrel.
Yeah, clean your fucking barrel.
Clean your barrel.
Now, that's just me being a dick about it, but at the same time, like,
Yeah, that's just Jordan being a dick about it.
Yeah, dick.
if I decided to just throw whatever I had in my hand at you, it was going to be a pick, and that's probably pretty bad. Don't,
No.
knock it off.
Yeah, knock it off.
Next will be the AR wrench. Yeah, it's, I mean, prime example. Yesterday, I went to play. Half of my mags after being on a plane twice leak.
Sure.
Do your mag maintenance. Make sure that you don't have leaky mags, because then you can also stay on the field longer, because you will be able to have the appropriate amount of ammo.
I will say this, dude, with the MWS and the whatever mags that we have.
The guns modify mags.
Yeah, like I can reload those mags with BBs like 4 times.
Yeah, they're good.
Even when it's like chilly out.
There is a specific point where it gets too cold for those mags.
Yeah.
And it's right around 45 degrees.
Yeah, I haven't hit it yet. But
Yeah. The TM mags will always perform better in the cold weather, but the guns modify mags are easier to load.
I love those. Yeah,
Yeah.
They are fucking
45 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah, not Celsius.
Yeah.
What is that? That's like 105 degrees or some shit.
Something ridiculous.
It's like the complete opposite.
The mag explodes at 45 degrees Celsius.
No, you just go like this. Psst. Like that's all the gas you need.
45 degrees Celsius is 113 Fahrenheit.
There you go.
Yeah, we're pushing into mag exploding territory.
Yeah, you shouldn't play.
Any other questions?
Oh, no. We were talking about
We were talking about Crossroads.
airsoft guns and shit, and I was like, you know what? I remembered this. Oh, God. You know what we have to do? Hold on a minute.
Well, there's a couple things we have to do.
Yeah.
Seeing as we're already on the topic of gas guns, do we want to talk about the gas gun news?
Hold on. I have to do this. If I don't do this, I'm going to fucking forget.
Well, yeah, we have to talk about this for Dylan.
All right. Zulu 24 Clip of the Month contest is here. It's on the Discord. Got an epic. This is all from.
Yeah, I have
Dylan,
the same
that's
thing
it.
on my phone. He just
Got an epic moment from the field. Now's your chance. Show it off. Earn bragging rights. We're officially launching the Zulu 24 Clip of the Month contest. Whether it's an intense firefight, clutch moments, teamwork, or even hilarious field moments, we want to see it all. Camera emoji, fire emoji. Clip requirements. Clips must be fielded. Zulu 24, obviously. Airsoft gameplay only. No unsafe behavior. So don't fucking gorilla each other in the
or
parking
take
lot.
your iPro off.
Or take your iPro off, yeah. 90 seconds or less.
Headshots only.
Good
That's allowed.
Good sportsmanship and fair play required. Please remove or avoid offensive language in your clips. Harassment, toxic behavior, unsafe actions will not be allowed. Must follow Zulu 24 field rules. What we're looking for. We love clips that show epic firefights, tactical teamwork, funny moments, cinematic shots, intense pushes, objectives, unique or creative gameplay. Submission rules for April only. Submissions allowed from January. So the clip can be from January 2026 to April 2026. Starting next month, only clips from the previous month and current month will be allowed. Example, the May clip of the month would be clips from April and May. Submissions close the second to last Saturday
Sunday.
of second to last Sunday of each month. Up to 3 submissions per month. Submit in the clip of the month forum. Include your name, call sign, date of which the clip was recorded. Short description. The example would be player Bronco, date March 30th. Description: Epic Benghazi at Chinook. Bonsai is what it really says.
I
said
will say
Benghazi,
real
but-
quick. Yeah. Yep. Don and I were discussing this last night. There is a possibility of submitting a 4th clip per month, but it has to be posted to YouTube as a short, and you have to link it in the Discord, and you have to tag Zulu24.
Jeez Louise.
And that extends off to a 5th clip per month if you also put it on TikTok
And,
and you
sixth
tag
if put it on-
the TikTok shop and the. I don't know. I made that one up.
All right, winner selection. So staff review plus community vote. Winner announced at the end of each month. Winning clip featured on the Discord, Instagram, YouTube. The winner's rewards. The clip of the month roll in the Discord. Featured on social media. Discord badge and roll. Free custom clip of the month patch. Ooh, you get a patch.
Yes, you do.
And $10 off admission. Son of a bitch. I didn't vote on this.
No, that's from Dylan and I because
I
there's
know.
another one being added in there as well.
Yeah, man. Let the clips roll.
And if someone manages to get all 12 months in a row, not in a row. So if you accumulate 1 clip of the month patch from every month, when you finally get the 12th one, Dylan and I will pay for half of a season pass for you.
Ooh, damn.
Yeah.
No, you get to own the field at that point.
Please.
Well, the reason being is this is a long con because
We-
it doesn't have to be in a row because it's extremely unlikely, like 1 in a billion, that you would get every month you got the clip of the month for 1 year straight. So if we keep this running for like 4 years, if over the next 4 years you manage to get 1 from every month you have January through December, we will pay for half of your season pass.
Damn.
I would also like to call some bullshit on the community real quick because you and I tried this for like 2 years
Yeah, I know.
and it didn't fucking work.
didn't work.
Submit your clips to Zulu24.square.site.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
be used for the intro.
The kids use Discord, you know?
Yeah,
you're right.
Dylan like puts it in Discord within 2 weeks. He's just like, Jordan, look at all these clips I got.
Dude, in
Fuck you,
5
dude.
seconds. It
Fuck
wasn't
you,
2
dude.
weeks. It was fucking 5 seconds. They're like, oh, I've got all these.
We also have more people watching this stuff now than we did
This is true.
back when
And we've built a.
you started
pretty
out with
good-
the monthly updates, right?
Yeah.
When you did the clips.
Yeah.
If you'd like your clip to be featured in the intro to next month's video, send all your clips over to Zulu24clips@gmail.com.
You also weren't promising to pay
that
for
was so good.
Yeah,
you know how many times he had to stop in the middle and just be like, fuck, oh, okay, submit your clip. No, bah.
You weren't promising like half of a season pass either back then.
That's also true.
This is also true.
Dude, it's like you're like submit a clip for a pat in the back.
Yeah, bro, you get a POB right there. Angry Cops does it.
That's it.
People send him shit all the time just to get a pat on the
job.
back.
Yeah, but he's angry.
Good job.
Well, he also does send him like a coffee mug and a
Good
t-shirt. Yeah.
you get one I'm proud of you from Dave.
The things your dad never
I'm
told you.
You get one attaboy.
Son and or daughter. Oh, man.
You get one trip to the batting cages with Dave.
I'll play catch with you for 10 minutes.
Or we can go karting.
No, I think
I vote that.
the patch is awesome. The patch is like, yeah, like
Yeah, well, Dylan's already getting frustrated with the company he's using. He's like, fuck it, Dave was right. I got to go to that place in fucking Woodstock.
Yeah, it's fucking easy.
Yeah.
They're people. You can drive there and be like, hey, you fucked this up. And they're like, you know what? You're right.
Yeah, you're right. Well,
they're Woodstock too. So they're like, you're right, man.
hey, man.
Man.
They're on the like, dude, when you go there, there's like Woodstock. Like Woodstock proper is when you drive through there, people will just walk out in front of you because they're like, you have to stop. You know, it's like
It's
that.
also like a blink of an eye kind of town.
It's very small.
Yeah.
It's very small. This place is like just over the border into the Woodstock township. Like they're in the woods. They're in the fucking woods of Woodstock.
You hear the banjos playing.
No, there's like nothing out there.
Yeah.
There's fucking nothing out there.
That's my favorite bumfuck nowhere part of New York.
No.
That
It
is.
could be your favorite. It's not the best bumfuck nowhere part of New York.
I don't know, like
Yeah, I like how you.
You know where there's also a Woodstock?
right over there.
On an AK-47. Get it? Because the stock is made of wood.
all right. With that, let's take a break.
You want
When
me
we
to
come
throw
back.
this AR wrench at him?
When we come back, we'll talk about Fridays.
Jesus. Go buy our merch. Go to the Zulu24.square.site, buy some merch. Also, I found a little hiccup and I can't seem to resolve it. So when you go and you buy merch, when you look at it, it says out of stock. Everything says out of stock until you put in your size.
Oh.
So everything's there. You got to put in your size. Head on over Zulu24.square.site. Pick up your Zulu24 merch. We're always kind of updating it. All the designs on there. There are a lot of cool stuff.
And we're back.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to it.
It's not how that works.
It's not at all.
Yeah, they heard you singing to the toilet in there.
I was. And it didn't work. I had to unclog it.
You were like, please go down.
Please go down.
Hey, Fridays. We got dates.
We got dates.
We got dates.
They're in my book. Did I take a photo of them?
I have them right here.
Otherwise, I'm going to ask Anthony to hand me that binder behind.
Is it every Friday?
No. So Friday nights right now, we're looking at gas guns.
Gas guns only.
Gas guns only. And I think we have to be pure. We have to be pure at heart.
Oh, yes, we do.
So
As I sat here and had that hour-long debate with a customer on Saturday night over this.
oh, there's no debate. Like
There's-
these
yeah.
are the rules. Like we're not budging on these. And if you don't want to come, then don't come, right? Come on Saturday and have
Gas gun Fridays?
Gas blowback only Friday nights.
Fire stick Fridays?
The only thing that we didn't
Fire stick
discuss
Friday?
was the time frame. Is it 5 to 10, 6 to 11?
5 to 10.
5 to 10.
Yeah, 5 to 10.
5 to 10.
I don't want to be out here till fucking midnight.
Yeah. You did tell me you knew the price already.
Mhm.
$25 for admission.
25.
Oh.
Seems fair.
Yeah, it seems fair. I'm going to have to lower the price on the gas blowback rentals because obviously it's only 5 hours of play instead of 8 hours of play. So
Sure.
Almost
Adjust.
by default, one could bring night vision if they want.
Yeah, who cares?
the
That's
question is,
awesome.
because I didn't get a chance to bring this up to you, are we requiring tracer units?
No.
Yeah.
No, different animal.
Encouraged, but not required.
Yeah. Also, like, yeah. We're just trying to get the format down. We're trying to figure out what the fuck we're actually going to do. I mean, obviously, gas guns is an obvious choice for like an alternative day, right?
Yeah.
Like Fridays would be like an alternative day. The other thing somebody brought up was full auto Fridays, like not like full auto airsoft, but like full auto Fridays, like SMGs only.
They would still have to comply with the Zulu SMG rules. Okay.
Yeah. Still, whatever that, I can't think of it. off the top of my head.
280 FPS with a 2.5, 1060 RPS. Yeah.
No, rounds per
1060 RPM.
Or
rounds per
RPM.
minute.
Yeah. See, I read that fucking crossroad thing. It's too much.
rounds per
That's
minute.
not full auto.
That's not full.
This is full.
Yeah.
1060 RPS, it'll be like,
And miniguns not even. Oh, actually,
it'll just sound like a
I have
hum.
another question that reminded me of that. Yeah, 1060 for the RPM, and
Got to be a sub gun.
yeah, it has to be an actual subgun, not a pistol and a carbine kit, not a.
But for the first little bit, we're just going to do gas guns just to try to get the repetitions out to make sure that we have a decent product there.
Jordan, can I borrow one of your gas guns for this?
And if you don't have a gas gun,
You can head on over to Zulu Outdoor and rent a gas gun.
That sounds like a good deal.
Yeah.
Definitely cheaper than buying one just to try it out.
Yeah. We have finally had two people utilize the gas blowback rental program. The first was a test run, and the second one, he actually came in yesterday and asked if he could rent one, and it went swimmingly well. We had one hiccup, but besides that, yes, it was perfect. I'm happy with the system so far.
It was a cracked feed lip.
Yes, but it was also
somebody rents a normal AEG and then the battery dies. That's technically a hiccup.
But that was also on me for not explaining the, hey, if this happens, make sure there's not a crushed BB somewhere in the chamber. And if there is, just knock it out and then put the next mag in. So because the mag just spurted all the gas out, his friend was like, oh, just change the mag. And he changed the mag and it spurted all the gas out. So because of that, he didn't think to look in the chamber and be like, oh, there's a crushed BB in here.
yeah,
Um,
this is just the nuances of gas guns.
correct.
GHK problem.
He thankfully came back at the end of the day and was like, this was awesome. I had a good time.
Yeah, so the first one is this month,
April 24th.
April 24th. April 24th from 5 to 10. That's a Friday. It's going to be gas guns only. And by gas guns, we mean
Gas blowback rifles, gas blowback pistols. It has to be a legit gas gun, no HPA tapped. Obviously, yes, a Tokyo Marui pump action 870 that is gas is allowed, stuff like that. It has to be a gas rifle, gas shotgun, something of that nature.
Yeah, like no mag inserts.
Yeah.
No nothing. No pistol with a mag insert. Like just
No
fucking
HPA tapped anything. It has to be running as it was intended from the factory.
pure of heart. It
Yes.
must be pure of heart. And I guess
So by that, no WEs because they don't actually run. I'm kidding. That's a joke.
what about the Leve R?
So the way that John at Full Auto did his gas gun nights, the Leve R was allowed, but it had to run the OEM magazines.
Done.
Richie's gonna fucking hate that.
What about short stroke kit?
That was before that was even a product. They just did it because it's a fucking gas rifle and it's a lever action. But
So Cowboy, yes. Richie, no. Because Richie's is HVA tapped.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
but they would have to run the stock mags.
Yeah.
And not have it HPA tapped.
Not have it HPA tapped.
Yeah.
The HPA tap takes 30 seconds to take out. It's take the HPA, unthread the HPA adapter, and put the green gas fill valve back in.
I'm telling you, seeing that frog kit, I'm tempted to get into the NWS by getting a Noveski and having two lowers. Have like the normal gas lower and then having the frog kit lower.
The frog kit is cool. It serves a purpose.
I'm not saying frog kit for Gas Gun Friday. I'm saying
The issue I have is that realistically, it's trying to solve the gas blowback rifle problem in a different way, and people have tried this before.
the frog kit's really cool.
It's cool.
For open play. If you have for open play, like frog kit is like
I still don't like running a tank in a line.
neither do I. Neither do I.
That's just me.
Well, there's just something about using the gas gun where,
Use it as it was intended.
well, for Fridays, but I'm saying like just in general, you know the bag of worms that you're in.
Yes.
So it's almost like playing a video game where there's gun malfunctions built into the video game. Like there's just this like random stat that if it gets too bad, like you're always playing that. You always have that stat. And it's above 0. You know when you're using the gas gun. So it's kind of cool.
I will say in terms of 10 plus years using gas guns, the MWS as a whole, less problems. I like the GHK feed lip thing. Like even you knew, you're like, man, it's a fucking feed lip. That's not an MWS problem. Like the KWA MP7 has the bucking issues. It has the nozzles detonating issues. It has the back of the receiver breaking off on them. The MWS is like, cool, your nozzle return spring will blow up at some point. Just have an extra. You don't have the crazy mag issues. You don't have the inconsistency and like unreliable issues that you would get with a GHK or a KWA or a Western Arms or any of those other gas blowback systems. If it's a WeTech, it's just going to fall apart. Insert the M14. But if you're going to do it, do an MWS. It's worth it. You don't need a frog kit right away, I promise.
Who said anything about need?
Need in one or two different things. The argument, though, with the frog kit of now they have to buy gas blowback rifle mags and take their frog kit out. Those frog kit mags are $45 a piece anyway. So you're paying $45 for a 3D printed magazine. Fucking MWS mags are $60. You're not paying much more. Just do an MWS. I'd say that as I'm holding a GHK.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that mag looks different.
Yeah, that's different because I was working on a GHK.
Yeah, but so the first gas guns only on Fridays, Friday nights, April 24th. I'll post the rest of the dates on the website.
And they will be on the screen right now.
Yeah, they'll be on the screen right now. Are you just going to post a picture of the piece of paper?
No.
And then I'll post the rest of the dates for Milsom Days for the rest of the year. We got all that planned out and everything.
And Blood Diamond had to move.
And Blood Diamond had to move.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not like crazy move. It had to move 1 week.
Yeah. I don't remember why. Do you remember why?
It's Dylan's bachelor party.
That's right.
Yeah. So literally Dylan, Angel, and I will all not be here that weekend.
That's right.
And it's kind of conflicting when we have to work and run Blood Diamond.
So, flea market this weekend.
Flea market this weekend.
It's always free to buy, sell, and trade.
You only pay if you want to play.
Only pay if you want to invest in a 240 Bravo.
I will be there for the flea market at the window, and I am already making preparations for when I get inundated with window knocks with, I just bought this today at the flea market and it's not working. So I'm there. I'll even help inform purchases if you guys are like, do you think this is a good deal?
That sounds like consulting.
It's consulting.
People get paid good money to consult. Also, Jordan, your shorts are unusually short today.
Yeah, these ones are old.
Man, it's fucking skies out, thighs out. Dude.
Yeah, it's almost summertime. Let me be happy.
Damn.
Showing off those knees.
Yeah, always.
Yeah. Fuck. Nice stems.
Yeah, dude.
What was I gonna fucking say?
I guess it is 70 degrees out.
We got gas guns. We got the flea market coming up. What was the other thing?
I don't charge for consultations. I just want to say that. I don't. Maybe I should, but I don't. So you might even get a free sticker. I pay people to consult them. I pay them stickers and business cards. Yeah, fun fact.
Riveting content. Thank you.
Riveting. You can tell it kicked in.
Yeah, your meds fucking on point.
So tax day is coming up.
Anthony's pupils are literally pinholes right now.
Yeah, they are. Actually, I could see them. Wow. Wow.
I'm ready to get some work done.
I bet you are, dude. All right. Anthony, you know what time it is?
Is it normie?
I'll let you solo that one.
Yeah.
That was so bad. That was a really bad one. We need to have an Is It Normie announcement. We got to make a compilation of all the times we did the Is It Normie.
Yeah, I went from playing with screws for a Daniel Defense rail to fuck, I have to do that.
Do we have it? Is it Normie?
No, we have nothing.
No.
I was trying to fuck with you a little bit because you're.
Is that really it? You're
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
okay, hold on. You're like, well, Anthony's fucking riveting content, right?
Yeah.
You're just like, so anyway, Gas Gun Fridays.
There's really not much to say about
There's
Gas
not
Gun
much,
Fridays
like,
besides the fact that, hey, it's going to be actually, to circle back to it, originally when we talked about this idea, you did say that it was going to be like tickets sold on the website kind of pre-registration.
Ooh, that's right.
Are we just going to say we're going to do it as normal open play so you don't have to pre-register?
No,
online?
you don't need to pre-register.
Okay.
Just show up. I mean, if we get like inundated with like a fucking 100 people, then you're going to have to cut us some slack,
Yeah.
right? Because we don't know staffing,
Yeah,
in
'cause
terms
that's-
of like numbers, and like we don't know staffing, we don't know fucking anything.
Like 30 people total is probably easy for one ref to manage.
Well,
Especially everybody showing up to that. I feel like,
The Gas Gun community is more chill.
yeah, people showing up to that are definitely in it. You know what I mean?
No, I get it. But also because it's from 5 to 10. Registration opens at 5. So 5:30 safety brief, 5:45, 6 o'clock first game.
sure.
Okay.
Yeah. Sun's still out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, dude, the sun doesn't go down till like 7:45.
Yeah. we'll be-
As we get closer into the summer too, it'll stay lighter for longer.
Well, we're also just figuring it out.
Yeah.
So if things need to change, then we'll change them. It's if we need to say like, registrations at 4:30 or whatever, that's fine.
Yeah.
But it all, I'm trying to think about people that are getting out of work,
Yeah.
time for travel. Shit.
Like I'm going to be here anyway because the shop's open from 3 to 7.
Yeah.
Now the shop's going to have to be open from 3 to 10 most likely.
Especially if you're renting out gas guns.
It's just like with any night game. I can't close if there's rentals on the field.
Yeah, that's also a good thing to press upon. A good point to press upon. Press upon that point.
To hit on.
If you don't have a gas gun and you want to do gas gun night, Jordan's renting gas guns, which is like awesome.
already
I know we did, but I just want to like emphasize that will both be. It's not like the gas gun rentals are only on the weekend.
No, right now the
Shop's
gas guns are only on Sundays because I'm reffing Saturdays in here on Sundays, and I have to walk you through the nuances of it because like Tom and Ronnie don't know the system the way I know the system. But for Fridays, yeah, I'm the one in here.
Tom should.
No, he doesn't.
Tom owns a gas gun.
He owns an MWS.
Yeah.
GHK and an MWS are two different animals.
Like you and him have the same needs, so you guys are the same animals.
This is just like on Sunday or Saturday. The kid Alex, the frog kick guy, he finally shot a VFC M4, like a gas one for the first time, and he's just like, "This is so much better. It feels so much better." And I was like, "Stop you right there," just because his entire like brain got broken open by the fact that the VFC kicks harder because he'd only ever shot MWS.
This thing kicks like a 22.
Yeah. And I'm like, again, you buy a VFC because it feels good. You buy a GHK because it feels good. You buy an MWS because it shoots better.
The F and VFC is for feels.
Yeah. The MWS was designed to run in Japan on Duster Cast at 280 FPS, 90 PSI. it will always inherently shoot more accurate and more reliably than the VFCs and the GHKs, just because it was designed to work at a lower PSI. Sure, nozzle springs be damned. But the VFC and the GHK platform was just meant to be as realistic as possible.
Shoulder jiggles.
So because of that, yeah, if you want the most recoil, buy a fucking VFC or buy a GHK. But
Well, it's the difference between like an airsoft gun that works well
yeah.
and an airsoft gun that moves your shoulder a little bit more.
Gas
You know,
guns
like-
definitely have a skill tree, and you can't max all of the traits out at the
No,
same time.
I tried.
there's feels good and then shoots well. Like they don't really,
When
you know,
yeah, they have an inverse relationship.
So you
they constantly
can
chase
with the
through each other.
Marui.
feels good,
Kind
kicks
of.
well. Like, okay, then you have the Daytona, which isn't really a gas gun, but it's like they probably kick the hardest.
The Daytona is closer to a frog kit. The Daytona is let me take
But they shoot
either an
like-
AEG or a pre-existing gas gun and make it HPA tapped, but made in some dude's garage out of parts that are not always consistent. So if you get 1,000 rounds without it breaking it, that's impressive.
Yes.
There was a dude with like an M60 Daytona gun fucking long time ago.
Oh, he still plays here.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, that whole group has them.
Nice.
And very regularly, you will see them all walking off the field, and you're like, "Oh, you out of air?" And you're like, "Guns broke." Like,
I wish I was only out of air.
yeah. You can try to max out the recoil on an MWS, like heavier buffer springs. The back of the bolt carrier, if you ever notice when you look at one, like the back piece looks separate because it's removable.
Yeah.
Most companies make a lighter one, so it'll cycle faster. There's a couple to make heavier ones, like How.
Lane made a 3D printed bolt
Yes.
for the MWS.
Yes, he
And-
did.
And he showed this to me years ago. And I was like,
And his logic was that he wanted a gas gun, but he wanted it to shoot as fast as physically possible. He didn't want the recoil. He just wanted it to cycle fast.
I think he wanted more gas efficiency.
That helps too.
Yeah. And when he told me about it, I was like, that's bullshit. Like I wouldn't use like an FDM printed part for that. And sure as shit, we're in a video call. He's like, no, dude, look at it. And he's like, bah, bah, bah. And he's just like shooting the fucking thing.
Yeah, it's like when I put the half-size bolt carrier in the GHK. Sure, I got 125 rounds out of one fill, but also there was zero recoil.
Yeah.
No, you could put a heavier buffer spring into an MWS, but your gas efficiency just tanks. It wasn't designed for that. The only weird one is that there's a possibility of making a CGS run because the CGS is like kind of Marui, kind of not, but meant to have more recoil, not the Lightning series, like the actual CGSs.
And the Lightning series is what Rich has. And what's
Yeah.
the difference between the Lightning series and the normal CGSs?
The bolt carrier weighs like 2 ounces.
Oh, so but as far as you can,
Yeah.
they're dropping compatible with
Yeah.
each other. You could swap bolts out. And,
It was funny. Yesterday, somebody sent me a video from Jaeger Precision. Have you watched his videos?
No.
Okay, Antec style videos, like top down, but
Yeah.
only gas guns.
Are they on Instagram?
No, YouTube. And the video was titled "Making a CGS MWS compatible, like a conversion kit." And I was like, I tried this. That doesn't work. And somebody sent it to me and they're like, look, it's possible. So they saw the video, they saw the thumbnail, sent it to me, didn't watch it, because then the next 30 minutes it was me watching him go through the same emotional roller coaster I went through with that gun, where he's like, oh, you could change the trigger out. The buffer's kind of shit. This is a really weird bolt carrier. You have to use it because there's no Z plate. So if we change the trigger out for the Z plate, like you could. And then he gets to the hop up and he's like, nothing fits. It's like, this gun can't be fixed. And I'm like, yep. Okay. I figured this one out already.
Everybody was too preoccupied with whether they could do it. They didn't think to ask, should we do it?
Should we do it?
Well, I'm
Rich's gas stock on his MP7.
Ugh.
That was
he wants to get a stubby stock for the Lev AR now.
I think the Lev AR
And
could
a pig
actually.
plate carrier and a die-4? Like,
No, the Lev AR could benefit from just a slightly shorter stock. To the
You
point.
could benefit from some slightly longer arms.
it's
Apparently not, because a quadruple amputee was able to commit a murder
Well, he's also a professional cornhole player.
with a firearm. Yeah. Speaking of, I don't know if we've ever talked about this on air.
No, we haven't.
But I have to just say it for public record, okay? I saw the headline and I was like, this is some Babylon Bee bullshit. This didn't happen. This
I could not predict the next
Funny.
word in that sentence as I was reading it.
Yeah, like funny joke, cool, right? And then I saw the video of him snorting cocaine with the $1 bill and then shooting an AR out the window, like proficiently. Like the moment he shouldered it and got his sights on, I was like, oh fuck. I was like, he probably did it.
Yeah, the headline was like quadriplegic professional cornhole player murders man with gun. I'm like,
dude,
what?
Okay, so it's a tragedy. Somebody died, whatever, right? But we have no fucking excuse to not,
If he can do that, we should be kings of the world.
right? Like we have no fucking excuse. None. Zero. We're all just lazy fucks because that guy put in the fucking work, dude. He's basically a chicken nugget.
If he
And he's
had
fucking,
arms and legs,
dude, he would be unstoppable.
he'd be John Wick.
He'd be John fucking Wick, dude. He'd be a cocained out John Wick, which is like terrible, right? Like, that's you're gonna have to bleep this. Like that's it. He's the final boss. Like
You're going to have to bleep this out. I saw a comment saying that he's going to be.
no, he's not, because he also knows karate.
Yeah,
I don't know, dude. Like, holy fuck, dude. If that guy can do that, then we suck. We are the worst. Like,
That's a good fucking joke.
Imagine getting into a fight with him in prison and losing.
I just want to know how he drives, let alone we've seen how he shoots a gun.
Yeah, part of the story is that he drove and he moved
He was the one driving. He killed the dude in his passenger seat with a gun.
ugh,
No arms, no legs.
I have so many questions.
Have you seen those like I don't know if it's a Funker tactical video, but they made videos about like self-defense in your car, and they talk about like put the passenger seat up here and all that stuff. And they're like, if somebody was in your passenger seat and they got violent and the guy starts like hitting nothing, he's like, you can elbow him in the face, you know, you can reach over like this.
Grab his dick and twist it.
And I remember watching that video being like, yeah, it's pretty violent, you know, like he's really using all of his appendages to like take control of the situation in his car.
Didn't need him.
Confined enclosed space. Yeah, of course.
This guy didn't need it.
He just needed nubs and a gun.
Like this is peak male physique. That is
Right? Most efficient shape.
You might not want to admit it. I saw a video. They were talking about how the most efficient shape for evolution is actually crab. Apparently, a bunch of species throughout evolution have essentially evolved into crabs. Like there's not just like one kind of crab where like there was crabs and then they offshot into different crabs. It's like, no, there were different species that turned into essentially a crab.
Yeah. Do the crabs own the world?
No,
Then I would argue that they are not
but apparently
most efficient
their shape is just really good for survival,
for crabbing around.
for crabbing around.
All right. Well,
You know, it's a bunch of bull crab.
be a crab.
Yeah.
That's what I take away from this. I take away from the fact that we are all able-bodied people and we suck. And this guy was a chicken nugget and was able to do all those incredible things.
nugget.
Like cornhole champion, wouldn't have put that label on him.
That's why I said at every single word in that statement, I could not have guessed what the next word was.
The F1 driver cornhole fucking shooting champion.
I've seen guys that are,
Ripping lines of coke.
you know,
How did he hold the dollar bill? How did he hold the dollar bill?
No,
dude.
I mean, you watched it. How did he do it? The dollar bill with the coke.
I don't know. It's
Like,
not
did he
even-
just have somebody roll it and stick it in his nose?
He's an amputee. I think like he had arms and legs and they got removed. I think he's like that kind of amputee.
Okay.
It's not like he had like a deformity at birth where he had some like form of fingers or something. Like he didn't. He somehow.
Where there's
It's
a
like-
will, there's a way.
It's like if you're playing GTA and you got a mod so that you could be a quadruple amputee, but you could still do all the in-game mechanics that you'd be able to do. Like you could still drive and pick up a gun and shoot people and stuff. It's like he was able to do all these things. It's almost like things were like I don't understand it. I don't understand it.
We have to be careful. We are not making fun of fucking quadruple amputees.
No, we're making fun of the ludicrousness of this entire situation.
This specific story.
We're analyzing just the logistics of it, just like the mechanical properties of this man.
It makes me feel like a piece of shit.
You think if you don't have legs, you can't walk. You need a wheelchair.
This guy's driving.
You think if you don't have fingers, you can't shoot a gun. If
This
you
guy
don't,
is killing people.
And dumping the body.
And
Snorting-
top of the bike. Yeah. Supposedly two passengers didn't help.
Supposedly, those two passengers were asked to help, and they got out of the car and called 911.
do me a favor.
Somehow that body got in some random dude's front yard.
Make your hands into fists, and then just use your fists to try to roll up a dollar bill.
Right. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Nah.
He really wanted that Coke. I don't know, man. I don't know. What a wild fucking story.
Who pissed him off, man?
Do you remember when you used to smile?
That's anime levels of strength.
Yeah, dude.
The aura.
Yeah, again, at what never mind. I'm gonna stop.
Yeah. We got to be careful.
We're not making fun of amputees.
No.
It's just, I just can't believe that.
You have to admit that this story is fucking absolutely bananas.
Like
You just have to fucking understand it.
reading it, you're like, they had to have framed him. Like, that's ridiculous.
Right.
Like,
And then you see that he posted a video of him shooting a handgun on his YouTube page, and you're like, nope, he did it.
Right.
He did it.
it's insane. I don't even know the guy's name.
Hold on.
Doesn't matter though. I mean, shouldn't make him infamous
He's all over the internet.
because then other people will. Do
I've heard this talked about on like 4 different podcasts. Amputee cornhole player name.
Astronaut.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude. Send a couple of him to Iran. We'll take the whole country in a week.
Oh, dude. I see the skit in my head and I can't say it out loud because
Dayton Weber.
there you go.
That's his name. He became a notable figure in the American Cornhole League, but was arrested in March 2026 on first-degree murder charges. He claims it was self-defense. I would like to hear that case.
I want to see the recreation diagram that they make in the courtroom.
And it does say here the background is
Like, imagine being the jury.
he lost his limbs to a bacterial infection as a child and learned to play cornhole later in life.
Oh, that sucks. Imagine having this ability and losing it. Oh, man. That would fucking blow.
Bacterial infection probably means he had some staph infection from a small cut, which means he probably didn't have running water, which means his family was poor. And as we know, poor people in World War II were the greatest, most badass war heroes. So this guy basically,
He's basically a Medal of Honor recipient.
you know, normally when guys get their limbs blown off, we send them home. But this guy's ready to get sent in.
Yeah. Like you just posted a video of him firing a handgun.
You know,
Have you seen this one?
casually.
How?
Those aren't bad splits.
It's not going to look bad. Not going to look good in court.
Everybody's talking about grip.
I know. He just like
Everyone's talking about grip and recoil control. Dude's got 2 nubs and he's just like, pow, pow.
You know, if I don't pull the trigger just evenly with the right part of the pad of my finger, my shot's going to be off.
Dude, I appreciate that video even more because you and I and Dave as well know how hard it is to shoot a fucking handgun.
yeah. Fuck.
Have him run the T-Rex Arms course of fire.
I feel like I do.
If he's innocent and it really was self-defense and this guy's not a psychopath,
Oh, he could have murdered him and not been a psychopath.
right.
It could have been a crime of rage.
Well, his internet video history doesn't help him much.
The cocaine definitely,
Yeah, it's tough.
okay, I take back what I was about to say, but
Boys will be
it
boys.
would probably be very risky. But like, let's say he was like exonerated of all charges. The guy really was a stand-up guy defending himself, bad spot, right? I'd love to go shooting with him. But now I'm thinking about that, like what I want to go hunting with Dick Cheney.
Yeah,
Even if, you know,
yeah, right.
it's probably not a good call.
Yeah, man.
It's a gamble. Like,
Would you want to go on vacation with Epstein?
yeah, that's
Just
a
like-
gamble. Like crowdfunding a 240.
You show up to, he's already at the range, but he's just ripping fucking lines of coke, and you're like, yeah,
Oh my God,
I might pass on this one. Slamming beers and shit, and he's just like, let's go, Anthony.
it's just insane.
Let's see how fast we can shoot. Like, no, I'm good. I'm all right.
For the love of airsoft,
Yeah,
I really do love airsoft. It really is.
we all do. This is the thing about the airsoft like culture right now, is that it's cool to not like airsoft but still play airsoft.
Yeah.
It's fucking wild. But in the end of the day, we all like playing tag with our fucking friends, and that's what it really is.
Well, it's like loving your country and then seeing things that go on in your country that you don't like and being an American and being like fucking Americans, man.
Yeah.
They can't appreciate what they have. It's like with airsoft. Like, we love airsoft, and what really makes us upset is just seeing people ruin the things that we love. And a lot of
That's
it's
true.
You know, and it's annoying to see it happen from people that have played airsoft for a long time, and you could tell they don't like it anymore, and they're jaded, and they're just having a poopy time. And then
And they're just going through the motions. They're just like, fuck, I got to go play this game.
it gets even more annoying seeing new people who have not been a part of the airsoft community for long come in and act like they own it, like no regard for the etiquette that existed prior to them showing up to become a part of this sport.
Anthony, you sound like an airsoft boomer.
I think I am,
My favorite is still the new players.
Like
First time rental players are always a joy.
You have to teach them and mold them.
Yeah, but
Teach them the ways of the dead rag. You know what I mean?
like, okay, Jordan, you do pickleball, right?
Yep.
You went into pickleball not thinking that you were an expert at pickleball, and you listen to the people that are experienced doing it, and you're not there judging the dress code or the things. You like start to assimilate to the pickleball thing.
No, but if they're over the age of 65 and they're wearing clear eye pro indoors, you should be scared.
Yeah.
You should be scared.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
I learned that fast.
Now, if you went there and just started being an asshole and you didn't have the etiquette, and
I've seen that,
and people didn't like playing pickleball against you, you'd be the dick, you'd be the asshole.
No, we've seen that. Like, I don't want to talk too much about pickleball.
Yeah, and if there's guys that have been playing pickleball with the same general community, with the same accepted etiquette and stuff for like years, and then only recently there's this, over the past 5 years, all these fucking new guys coming to play pickleball. It's just not as fun. It's not like the old days when we went, because everybody's attitude is different.
More competition? No.
I guess I am a boomer. I think I
Yeah.
sound like a boomer.
No, I get it though, because like
These damn
just
kids.
for in the context of pickleball, like it's done in skill brackets.
Yeah.
It's a pretty well-known fact. If you are in the lowest skill bracket, not everyone knows the rules 100%. Like rental players don't know the rules.
Yeah, and that's not
So-
what pisses people off. It's not rental players.
No, but the dude that comes in that's probably been playing in the entry bracket for a little too long, and it's like clearly that person's second time playing pickleball, and he's just gonna rule lawyer them to death to the point where they stop playing because they're like, fuck this. If this is what people that play the sport are like, I'm done. Then you don't see those players anymore.
Or
because-
just some content creator that decides that he wants to do pickleball, so he goes to do pickleball, but he's not trying to actually enjoy pickleball. He's just trying to use pickleball to become a pickleball social media personality.
I know what you're getting at.
I don't.
Remove pickleball and make
Make it
replace it
airsoft.
with airsoft.
No, I understand that. I still
Yeah.
don't get it. Who are you talking about?
Not anybody in particular, but like it's kind of a.
I felt like you were wrapping around to something. And
I wasn't wrapping around to anybody in particular, but it's something that we see. Some people
It's
get
people
into
that
it.
jump into it and then just immediately try to make it into a job.
Yeah,
But that's the content creator side.
yeah.
I'm talking about in terms of like just a community aspect. Like, yeah, then that dude basically bullies all the new players to the point where they're like, this is stupid. I don't want to play here anymore. And maybe they go play somewhere else, but they're not going to continue to go to the place that we end up playing at. And now that guy is all on by himself in that skill bracket because he spent the last 2 months just bullying all the new players. And now no one goes to the entry level skill bracket because we all moved up to the next level.
Yeah.
I've legitimately never seen that.
In Airsoft, no. In pickleball, I've seen that twice.
Yeah.
I've seen it in Airsoft. I've seen it in Airsoft where, okay, now I am thinking of a particular individual. They have a social media following already prior to playing Airsoft, and they're pretty popular on certain platforms. And maybe they have a sponsor by a toothpaste company.
Oh,
And then they come to play Airsoft, and then they're just like,
it wasn't a toothpaste company. It was a fucking laundry detergent company.
yeah. They don't
okay.
come into Airsoft to like really enjoy Airsoft like that. It's like they're going to make it.
They were trying to monetize.
Yeah, they're trying to find some way to monetize off of it, and the people around them that are actually playing here that are just trying to enjoy themselves for the weekend, suffer. Their experience suffers. They don't suffer. I mean, this guy wasn't like assaulting anybody, but
Like medicated Anthony tangents are not as fun as unmedicated.
No,
Anthony
they're not, because I'm thinking about taxes now, and
Yeah.
Well, like you could have taken it full circle and like I'll bleep the name. Like they'd been playing for so long that they just got jaded by it, but it was the thing they did every weekend. So they showed up, but they were just like, fuck, oh God, we're playing fucking Airsoft. But they were wearing like thousands of dollars worth of kit.
Well, there was some immaturity there as well.
Right. And that comes along with it. And we kind of see it with that life cycle. Like they start playing when they're like 13, 14, but by the time they hit 17 or 18, they're just like, oh, I've been doing this for so long. And like they're hitting that angsty teenage age of like
The testosterone.
the
hits their
testosterone, like
body.
hit me on my minor, hit me on my minor.
Oh,
yeah, that.
God.
And then they end up taking a break or getting banned. And then by the time they reach around to like 22, 23, they're like, oh, I want to play Airsoft again. That's pretty cool. And, well, shit, you shouldn't have gotten banned.
yeah,
Well-
I love to see the player that used to play in the olden days, and then because of work or finances, or they started a family or something, they had to take a break from it, and they did it. And now it's like they're in a better position now. They got some free time. The kids are growing up, and
So you
then they
really
get-
like Brian.
and then they get back into Airsoft. Those guys are great.
Yeah, that's Brian.
Yeah.
Well, there's a maturity level there.
Well, yeah, but it's also like they're not discovering if they like airsoft. They're coming back into it knowing that they like it. And my favorite part about those players, and yeah, this is Brian.
Yeah.
It's when they come back and they haven't been in it for like 5+ years.
So it's like learning it all over again.
It's like they've been cryogenically frozen. It's like, this is still the country I was in, but it's so different now. And I told Brian verbatim, I was like, oh, Brian, a lot has changed since you have been frozen. The technology has changed. This is a brushless motor for an airsoft gun. It's like, what?
SEMA doesn't suck anymore.
Yeah. Well, SEMA never sucked.
Yeah, they did. The M4s were trash.
Yeah, they were trapped. But the SEMA AKs, like they sucked, but they also didn't.
Yeah.
The OG SEMA AKs, dude.
You know what I'm excited for? The LARP game.
I'm excited for the LARP game.
LARP game.
I still don't know. So Richie got approved to use a vehicle for the trash business. However, he does not have a truck. And then
Correct.
And then he was like, "Oh man!"
Last night he was like, "I'll pay someone like $50 to let me use their truck for the weekend." And Tom's just like, "My truck's way too nice for that dog."
I can't knock him too much
I don't want to
because
bring my truck up there. Fuck.
I can't knock him too much because why would he go through the hassle of securing a truck before he even knows that it's allowed to be used?
Yeah.
And a month in advance isn't.
It's not unreasonable. I told him he should
not.
just go get the Home Depot daily rental.
He should.
Honest. Well, it's the side view mirrors.
You
That's
just
the
turn them in.
Oh, they can get shot out.
Oh yeah.
So you turn them in.
We'll just
Well, actually, no, you shouldn't turn them in for safety purposes.
Right.
So we just buy a sheet of fucking plexiglass that you can cut with
Big-
paramedical shears and tape it on.
big thing of Lexan, make it a little bit too big for the mirrors, drill
Yeah.
holes and zip tie that bitch on.
Yeah, that's easy.
Or just take out the insurance on it.
Speaking of vehicles for that, John, season pass holding John, comes with Tom, Levin, and all of them. He asked if he could bring a kayak.
To what?
The LARP game.
For that,
For that.
Oh, dude.
He wants to be a fisherman.
is that covered under insurance?
I don't know, dude.
I said you might have to ask gun gamers, but then I stopped and I was like, nope, I think I still have to ask Dave for
Yeah,
fucking
dude.
insurance purposes.
I wouldn't want to even get splashed by that water.
I wouldn't either.
Good Lord.
That's runoff from the backyard.
Yeah. Dude.
And run off from this side of the field.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
You might as well go scuba diving while you're in there.
Ugh.
Yeah, he asked that and I was like, oh.
I don't think there's a 0% chance that there's some airsoft guns in the bottom of that.
There's probably a body in that.
Dude, there's also like the largest dinosaur looking snapping turtles I've ever seen come out of that thing.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
beach ball sized dinosaurs coming out of there.
Where you just look and you're like, you're a fucking dinosaur.
Yeah, if it bit you, like you might have to go to the hospital. Like,
You are going to the hospital most likely, yeah.
Even just the trauma of the injury, that aside, there's probably some bad bacteria that's getting deep into your bloodstream if you get bit by one of those.
yeah, no bueno.
Oh, yeah. You
I
want
would-
that.
I wouldn't. Remember when Hoffman did that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh God.
Yeah, that was like an inflatable dinghy.
Oh my God.
Yeah, the kayak would be.
All right. I feel like we're struggling here. Let's wrap it
I'm
up.
enjoying the conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was wondering, Jono and Jono, they're coming up in May.
I was going to ask the same question.
I
Are they
don't
coming
know.
in May?
I don't know.
Okay, we'll reach out to them and ask.
I haven't been. Last I heard, they were like trying to get the money together.
Okay. Because they said they wanted to come around May, and that was when we talked to them in like December.
Okay.
Yeah. Why?
Because I want to prepare for them showing up. Like I want to give them a good, I want to give them a tour. I want us to go shooting. I want to give them that American experience. So I'm just like
Hot dogs and hamburgers. And
hot
Yeah,
dogs.
so as soon as they
hamburgers.
show up, you open the door, you just get down on your knees, and you're like, "Thank you for coming to America. Let me give you your welcome package."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see. Like I'm talking
just
with
a
them.
platter with an AR on it. Really?
I don't know.
I was thinking a blowjob, but whatever.
I don't know which Jono is running the special effects page, but I'm talking to one of the Jonos.
Yes.
I don't know which Jono I'm talking to.
The answer is yes.
Yeah.
I'm talking to Jono. But I might talking to Jono and Jono.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm excited. I'm excited to have them on. They're probably going to be like, I mean, it was kind of fun here, but
That-
like,
okay,
you
so-
guys don't have planes and tanks.
So I did have a video chat with him recently about the their league there, the New Zealand Airsoft League or whatever. He wants to do something here, or he wants us to do something here because Phil from Storm Riders is doing the Canadian version, so we would be the American version, and then he wanted to have like the World Games.
Oh, so we're now competing with the World Airsoft Games.
Sure.
We are live on CKB at Zulu 24 for the Better World. We'll call it the Better World Airsoft Games.
The New World Airsoft Games.
New World. It is powered by our credit cards.
And gamer subs.
Our
Technically, Chase Bank, Bank of America, Amex.
our massive debt.
Yeah.
Crippling.
Fuck. I was just talking to him.
World Airsoft Games.
Nope.
They want to do a thing here.
Oh, no. So I was talking to him, and he was like, yeah, we're excited to come out and see your place. Look so fucking awesome, and the videos and all this shit. And I was like, listen, the first time I went to Disney World, right? Like, I had all these ideas of, oh, it's so cool and all this shit and like whatever the fuck. And then I got there, and I was just like, oh, it's fucking Disney World. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like, so listen, yes, our social media is really good. We obviously want to put our best foot forward, but at the end of the day, we're just an airsoft field. Like, legitimately. We're just an airsoft field. So don't have these super high expectations when you get here. You know, we have a decent airsoft field, and that's it. So I was like, so don't hype it up in your head.
Yeah, you are coming all the way from New Zealand here.
Yeah, like I have done that about different airsoft fields in the past because you see social media and all this stuff, and then you get there and you're like, oh, it's an airsoft field. I was like, so when you get here, like, it's just an airsoft field. We're going to hang out. We're going to have a good time. We're going to shoot some guns, after hours and all that shit, probably eat some pizza and fucking drink beer or whatever the fuck, right? But it's just an airsoft field.
I don't know. I don't like the way you downplay it, man.
I like that one too.
I still feel the magical. I still feel the magic here.
You have never played it.
Well, but no, here's the other thing. Like,
I still feel the magic here. I think Zulu 24 is truly special.
I am truthful when I say, you know why? It's because I used to have a business partner, not Mario, that would do the opposite. And it drove me up the fucking wall, right? Because, and at the end of the day, we have a decent airsoft field. That's it. It can always be improved. There's shit that if I had unlimited budget and time, like, I would do a fucking 1,000 things out there, like, to make it better. We have our problems, just like every fucking airsoft field has, right? We tend to handle it a little bit quicker than most, but we have those problems. We have buildings that rot and walls that falls down. You know what I mean? Like, we have all those things. We're just an airsoft field. It's a decent airsoft field. So I never want to be like, oh, come to the best airsoft field, the only mill, like all this shit. Yeah. Because in actuality, we're just a fucking airsoft field. Like, that's it. That's it. We're not changing the world here.
We could change the airsoft community, but that's one weekend at a time.
Sure, exactly, right? Yeah. And I don't want people to ever have that. It's much better for people to show up with accurate, down-to-earth image of what you are and then get here and go, oh, it's either A, exactly how I pictured it, or it's a little bit better. You know what I mean? As opposed to showing up to a place where you're like, this is the, the apex of airsoft, and then you get there and you're like, oh. You know what I mean? It's much better to have that than, and we have to be realistic as well. And by we, I mean me. Like, I have to be realistic about what we have. I could be out here doing videos every fucking week being like, yeah, you see any other airsoft fields got this? You know what I mean? I could do that, but it's not effective. And airsoft as a community, because of things like we just talked about in the beginning of this podcast, like, airsofters are very attuned to the bullshit.
Yeah.
And as soon as bullshit starts coming out, that's it. We write you off, right?
To second you, I will also emphasize, like, while I still look at Zulu 24, like, as the field, like the property itself, the structures, and how everything's run, to me, it's still magical. I still love it. I still think it's the best field. And
you're allowed to.
You've got a slightly biased fucking,
what do you mean? I got fired. I'm not biased. I'm the opposite.
Yeah. Well, you're allowed to have that your opinion.
But what I'm saying is despite that, the player base that's playing that day is a majority of what makes it a good experience.
Yeah.
That is honestly most of it, because we've played at cool AOs where shitty experiences with shitters could ruin an interaction. In some cases, it can ruin an entire
You could have a really cool airsoft game in the middle of the woods with no buildings.
Yeah.
If the players are right.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Yeah.
But I don't know. To me, it's magical. I love airsoft.
Good.
I love
You're
when
allowed to.
I love when there's good day.
You're a child at heart, and in head.
Wait, I'm allowed to have fun.
Yeah.
I'm allowed to play airsoft.
But I understand Dave's point of
Yeah, I
that.
get it. I get it.
That flight is like $3,000.
Right? Like,
It's
Yeah.
28 hours or something stupid of traveling because we looked at going there. So now a $3,000 flight, 2 days of traveling realistically, plus hotels, plus rental cars. You're going to have to spend a week here just to make it reasonable because you're going to have crazy amounts of jet lag. Like, I think that's the maximum amount of jet lag you can have.
Yeah.
yeah. Unless you just like kept circling the
Right.
globe a couple times.
And if they're getting this preconceived notion in their head of like, this is the pinnacle of airsoft. Airsoft does not get better than being here. We're going to go there, spend all this time, all this money, all this effort to do it. And you show up and you're like, oh. Then it feels like a waste. In the same way that we have gone to games before where I came back and was like, that was a waste of time.
Yeah.
That was a waste of money.
I
Why
get
did I
that.
do that? So if they come into it going like, hey, boys trip, we're going to go across the world
Yes.
to play airsoft with some dudes that we became friends with over the internet. We're going to have a good time. We're going to hang out. We're going to do the thing.
Mom, they're my internet friends.
Yeah. Airsoft is the friends you make along the way.
And we're not going to have any crazy expectations about the way that the field is or anything that, because like, we're going to play airsoft in an American airsoft field, which is different than playing airsoft in a New Zealand airsoft field. So if they come in with that open mind, instead of like, this is the apex, they're going to have a good time.
We're not. And I guarantee you 100,000% that there is a field somewhere in America that just doesn't have the social media presence, that just doesn't have
I
like,
know exactly what field it is.
well, and they're better in every way. They're run better. Their field's better. Like their community base is better. It's out there. It is
Or they have
statistically,
zero disregard for player safety.
well, that's different, but like statistically, it's impossible that there's not somebody who's doing it better. There just is, right? Somebody's got a better idea how to do it. And
I can't wait to launch my competing field with Zulu, Anarchy Airsoft.
it's just the opposite.
I can't wait.
You should
for
run Anarchy Airsoft during the LARP game and just use Nerf guns.
Dude, Anarchy Airsoft.
I'm pretty
is-
sure Dave's got a whole pile of Nerf guns you could use.
Oh, I'm positive. Yeah.
Anarchy Airsoft is you just set up the business, right? You have ChatGPT make your phone book of a waiver. You don't even have to, you don't need staff there. But like you have some gate where they have to swipe their card just to get entered through the gate. But then whatever happens. Like that's Anarchy Airsoft. Whatever happens. It's like, I don't fucking care.
What's the old saying? Under promise and over deliver.
Yes, that is exactly
kinda-
the saying. Yeah.
That's kind of the thing. You do the best you can.
Are you tired of all the rules at Zulu 24 Airsoft? Are you tired of staff caring about your safety? What are they, your parents? Fuck that shit. We have Anarchy Airsoft. You
wish I
want to
could
die
shoot you with a
here?
rubber
Die
band.
here. We don't care. You signed a waiver. All things go.
All right.
Yo,
I think we're good.
I think. we're
Yeah, I
good.
think we're good.
All right.
Anthony's going unhinged, but somehow medicated.
I got to go do my taxes, and taxation is theft. With that, good night. God bless. We're out.
Download the app.